Hello, I'm Dirk.
And I'm Zeep from Orden Ogan.
And you're watching Mmtv.
Yeah, I'm Zeep, the singer and guitar player of Orden Ogan. We're a so-labeled power metal band from Germany, although I don't think it is like real power metal. It's more just like the modern approach on power metal, very hard as well, but also very symphonic and melodic. This is Dirk, this is drummer, and today we're missing Toby, who's the guitar player, and Niels, the bass player. We're pretty happy that it's finally done, because it was a really ton of work. We worked from the first moment that we started songwriting until the very last note that was mixed. It was like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 months, but full time, so it was really a lot to do, and now it's finished and we're very pleased with the result, I think.
It's not a concept album. There are 10 songs on it and 10 different stories. The main theme is the dark fantasy western, and yeah, this idea came with the songwriting. So we had not the plan to do this before. It came with the songwriting. We started songwriting, and after the first 2 songs we recognized, oh, there's a little western feeling in it. Yeah, and so now maybe now it's the time to do this.
With not much sleep, at least. No, I mean, yeah. As you can think for it yourself, I'm the guy who's the first one in the studio and the last one to leave, and so you can just do that on that level if there's a lot of passion for what you're doing in there. You can do that. You can compare that with a regular job that you go in every morning and leave at 4 in the afternoon or something like that. But on the other hand, we're pretty happy that we can do that, what we're doing, and we do all that because we love what we're doing. So yeah, it's the hobby made professional in the end, if you understand what I mean. So yeah.
We write together the songs. Not every song, but especially on this album. We both wrote a lot together, and the process is that we meet at his studio
at midnight. Has to be
sometimes at midnight. And yeah, we have everybody has ideas, and we put them all together, and then we're creating songs.
It's not a big deal in our case. The thing is, I mean, I did a lot of stuff in the past myself. For example, the To the End record is almost completely written by me. The thing is, I started off being a producer and also like in the studio, like mixing the stuff and doing all this engineering work because I wanted to be able to translate my own music perfectly. I always had the impression that other people couldn't do that properly because they don't know what is in my head. I wanted to really bring that on the table, and I think in this lineup that we have now, it's to me it's totally perfect because I mean I totally respect the other guys' abilities and their musicianship. You know, they are really great musicians, but on the other hand they respect my way of producing things. So I'm always open to all suggestions and ideas and stuff like that. But when I say it doesn't fit, then there is no discussion. Then they say, okay, let's do it differently, you know. And this is like a really mature and great way to work because everyone just wants to have the best possible result. And they know if I say I don't think it works, then I will do that for a reason and not because I I think I want to annoy somebody or something like that, you know. So it's actually it's working out pretty good, and also while really producing the other guys, I always try to get the best out of them because I also want to have the best possible record, and so maybe. I think maybe I take more time for producing drums when I record with Dirk together than an external producer would ever do, because we're like always trying out different fills and cymbal work and stuff like that, and so I think it doesn't cause problems. It's just an advantage over advantage.
It was like when they wrote the intro of the song, and it was clear that we need a female voice on it, and Liv has the perfect voice for that. So that's the reason why we asked her to do that.
It has different meanings, I would say. On the one hand, it had to be the last song of the record with that title, of course. It had to be like progressive, big song because of the title, of course. And lyrically, it's some sort of a, what can I say, romanticizing death at that part. It doesn't only matter how you live, it also matters how you die. And I like writing lyrics about stuff like that, like very, what should I say, like dark poetry and stuff like that. I mean, some lyrics of course are just like small fantasy stories, but others have a lot of deeper meanings as well, and a lot of metaphors, and mostly also in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So it always, at least for our fans, it can really pay off to really focus on the lyrics at times, because there's more in it than it seems. When we were sure about that we do this concept, I mean, it's not a concept record, but it's the concept of this dark Western stuff. I personally watched a lot of Western movies. And it's in most of the movies it's about land and oil and people, like, you know, driving people away from their land and stuff like that. It's always about oil, and somebody gets killed, and then there's another guy who's trying to bring justice back, and takes his gun and goes out there and deals with the bad boys. And so this is basically the story of the title track and our, let's say, homage to the Wild West movies and the whole genre. And so there's also in the lyrics of the song, there's no deeper meaning or stuff like that. It's really just a homage to this whole genre of movies. Yeah.
The main ideas from Zee, and he worked a lot together with our video director Rainer, and they worked on the concept for the video.
Yeah, we worked with Rainer together for the things we believe in Fever as well, and we're a pretty good team meanwhile, because I have ideas and he's like, oh my god, how am I going to put this into a video? And but then he finds a way, and he always comes with other great ideas and stuff, and we complement each other pretty well. And as you might have seen, we actually flew to the United States to shoot in Monument Valley, and I mean, this is the place to be if you want to shoot a Western movie, so or Western clip, whatever. So we had to go there, and it was very exhausting, but it was also a lot of fun. So we're very happy that we did that, actually. The saloon things were shot in the adventure park in Germany called Fort Fun, and but basically all the outside scenes you can see, like in the deserts and stuff. This is Monument Valley here in Utah, in the United States, and yeah, we did that there. No, it's we always have an idea before, and we tell him that. And he says, wow, that is great, I know how to do that, and then he comes up with a cover artwork that looks totally different from what we told him before, but it's always better. So he's a great guy, great artist with a great legacy. I mean, look at what he did before, and I think it just belongs to Orden Ogan now. And so we, if it is possible, we will go on working with him as long as it possibly works.
I think I'm miss that a little bit on the records today.
Yeah, totally.
This kind of artwork, and so for us it's important.
And one more thing to add is, I personally think a record is not just the songs on it; it's just the whole package. And I think the pictures are important, the artwork is important, the video clip is totally important. And so we try to make the best out of everything that we possibly can. And I don't like all these Photoshop digital artworks and stuff like that. I think it has to be like a real piece of art, like a person sitting there and painting that stuff. I mean, everything that you can see is done with his bare hands on a piece of paper, and I think it looks great. It's just like in movies, also we could have gone with a lot of CGI for the video clip, but we also always think that like things that are filmed like real in camera always look just better, and so we do this. There's a great artist from Spain called Juanjo Castellano. He's the guy who did the artwork for our Book of Ogan record. He's still pretty unknown. He did some smaller things for like Unleashed and something like that. But mainly he's doing still a lot of underground bands and stuff like that, or let's say smaller bands, which is a shame because he's like a really, really great artist. So check him out. It started out with a Veil record, and the Veil record wasn't intended to be a concept record. When we finished all the songs, we had the impression that they could be connected with the story as well. So we came up with the idea of this Alistair Veil guy. You know, he's basically like a blue-blooded guy. You know what I mean? He unfortunately carries a curse that makes him, he has to move on and go further and further and further, but the problem is that everything that he leaves some sort of decays behind him, so people that he leaves die or get sick or whatever, and everything goes to the devil. And this is basically from the first record still, and somehow, I don't know, this guy follows us. Wherever we go, he goes, and so it became our mascot. And since he's immortal, I mean, he can be in the Wild West or in the dark future or whatever, so this is perfect.
Yeah, we will be on a European tour in autumn this year, and we will be in France, in Paris, for one date. At the, I don't know the word of the venue, but it's a...
Petit Bain or something?
Yeah, Petit Bain? It's a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep repeating myself because the fans don't really know how important they really are, because people that are going to the shows, buying CDs instead of downloading stuff, buying merchandise and stuff like that, they're really the people that enable bands to work on the level that we do. So the only thing I can always say is thank you.
Vielen Dank.
I made this place a ghost town. Mad